Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am so excited that you're here with me today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a really cute double angle layer card using the poinsettia and pine cones stamp set from the Rabbit Hole Designs. There is a link below this video that has all of the supplies that I used today. So if you're interested in anything that I use, you can purchase it there. I have gone over the description box before, but just really quick, it's just right under the video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching from my blog, then the supply list will just be at the bottom of the blog, and I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. So here I'm using my angle layer card technique where I'm just measuring over 2 and up 1 inch to create my angle. I did a whole video on this little formula that I came up with to make angle layer cards. So if you want to see that, I will link to it at the end of this video or in the description box below if I remember to do that. But here I'm just going to cut from corner to corner, mark to mark, and get my first angle going. And then I've cut a second piece. So this piece was cut at 4 inches by 5 inches. And it's a gold foil from Stampin' Up. And then I have a basic white piece that is cut 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it's cut at 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I'm doing the same method, marking in 2 inches and up 1 inch. And you're probably thinking, oh, it's going to layer perfectly. No, it doesn't. So I need to actually spend some time figuring out the formula for a layer, but it still gives me a really cool layer that I can offset and use for this card. I was really still happy with how it came out because it just kind of gives it this really cool funky look. But I am not one of those math people that, can just come up with things off the top of my head. I have to actually spend some time figuring it out. So here I'm just erasing the marks that I made, and then I'm going to do my stamping. And here you can see the layer doesn't line up perfectly, but it's close enough, and that's what we're going for. I just want that gold peeking out behind this layer, and I think it'll look really cool in the end. And I'm just fussing with it here, trying to decide, how I'm going to arrange it and if I'm going to use it and all of that. Again, you see me gravitating towards the gold, white, and black for this stamp set. It's almost like once I got that in my head for this stamp set, I couldn't get it out. So let's talk a little bit about design teams. So when you're on a design team, they will usually, specify to you what they want you to use or how they want you to use it. Not how, let me see how to phrase this. They will give you instructions. Like, for example, this was a special release stamp set that my friend Kelly Taylor drew, which I am just so excited about for her because she has been releasing tons of stamp sets with different companies, including the Rabbit Hole. And I have managed to purchase all of the ones she's releasing. And honestly, I don't know if I'll even ever have time to use them, but I want to support her in her venture because at some point I'm not going to be able to buy them all, right? But the first however many that have come out, I have purchased because I really want to support her, and she's very talented, and I think her images are beautiful. So here I have stamped this poinsettia, and then I'm going to remove the release paper off the back of this masking paper and cover it. This is Stampin' Up! Masking paper. I did purchase some Alta New masking paper, which I plan to use soon, but I actually had stamped this quite some time ago, and I actually just had it in the stamp set ready to go. So I didn't even have to fussy cut this today, which was kind of nice. It made me think of meal prepping, I was able to just pull it out and use it instead of having to actually think about it today. So here was my idea. I wanted to use these pine cone and pine leaf images in the background of this one poinsettia without using the poinsettia that it goes with. I don't know why. Why, Wendy? Why wouldn't you just keep life simple? Well, because I don't do that. So, I masked off my other poinsettia, and then I'm stamping this just on the edges. And I made a little boo-boo where it overlaps, but I'll show you how I fix it. Anyway, so back to design team stuff. So this one was one that I wanted to get as a special release, and so I committed to making 4 cards slash blog posts with this, and I love this set. I think it's beautiful, but for some reason my mind cannot unblock the red, gold, and white. So this is the last card you'll see from me using this set for now, at least. I mean, it's one that I'm going to keep forever, but for right now, this will be the last card, and this was the last card in the commitment. And so that works out good because when I looked at my previous card that I made with this, it was literally looks very similar. And sometimes that just happens, you know, sometimes we just get like, our mind gets stuck with seeing something one way, and then it's like you can't unsee it that way, you know? So anyway, here I'm just thinking about how I'm going to stamp, and I'm continuing to kind of move this around and figure out how I want to do this. High Insights 2020. Probably if I had it to do over, I would have just stamped the poinsettia that already has the swag on it, which is the one that's on the Misty, instead of trying to make up my own image. I was just trying to do something different and unique because I was just running out of ideas. So I was just trying to come up with something else to do. And that just happens sometimes, you know. My mojo isn't really suffering. I still have lots of ideas. For this particular image, I just was kind of like struggling. Okay, I don't know what else to do. So then I pulled the masking paper off, and guess what? It tore my paper. Remember, we talked about this. That's why I do not like the Stampin' Up! Masking paper. I think it's the very last time I'll ever use it because I was a hot potato when that happened. So here I'm going in with my darkest tone, and I am putting in where all my shadows will be. And you want to put your shadows anywhere where 2 points meet or one thing lays over the top of another. And then I'm just blending it out with my midtones, and this coloring of this poinsettia is actually my favorite that I have ever done, or with this poinsettia. I mean, I feel like this one turned out the best. I feel like the colors that I put together were really good, and yeah, I just was really, really pleased with the results. I wanted like this very bright, pretty red, and I feel like I accomplished that. So I was super happy with how this one turned out. And you can see the colors on the screen there. I'm trying really hard to get better about showing you guys the color combos, because what I'm realizing is when I watch other people's videos with color combos, I'm realizing that if they don't tell me the color combo, then I'm kind of bummed. So if you're not a colorist, if you're not trying to learn how to color, it probably wouldn't matter to you. But if you are, then it's frustrating because you're like, oh, I want to recreate that color combination, but you don't know how. So here I'm just going around and filling in the white edges so that they're not white. And then I'm taking this is a BG, and I'm just going around and filling in those little berries with this. And then I'm going to glue that poinsettia on top. Now in the background here, you can see where I colored some dark red. That is where I over stamped with my masking and stamping. So there were little bits and pieces of poinsettia. So what I did to fix that is I just went in with the darkest red and made it, and look, when you add this, it just looks like another layer. So that worked out really good. I was really proud of myself, to be honest, because those are the kinds of things that I'm working really hard on learning. Here I took Wink Stella and just added it to my flower, and then I'm going to add my layer, and then we're just going to do heat embossing, and this card will be finished. So let's have a little quick story time here, and we'll talk about, I'll just give you a quick update. So I am still using my laptop to get by with my computer stuff, my editing videos. I'm editing this video and voiceovering it on my laptop, which scares me every single time I do it, because my laptop is when I purchased my laptop, I purchased like a really basic model so that all I wanted to be able to do is be able to get on the internet on it, edit like blog posts, but those are on the internet. So the app that I use for editing, I think I've shared this before, is Final Cut Pro, and it is a huge app, and it takes up a lot of space and memory on your computer just to run. So this little laptop that I have is not made for that, and every single time I do anything on it that requires me to use Final Cut Pro, I'm just like, I say a little prayer before, please Lord, let this get through and not crash or have any problems. The other computer is done. It's dead. It's finished. It ain't happening, people. It's over. So I ordered a new one. It'll be here November 20th. I still haven't had an update on it, so I do need to probably log on and check the status of it, make sure it really is in process, because I need it. So anyway, gimping along with the laptop, and I did get the little part that allows me to obviously be able to voice over and download videos and all of that. It's just a little converter piece that I needed, so I got that. So I'm doing fine. But let's just hope it holds out, because if it doesn't, we're going to have big problems. So I try to be very gentle to it. I love on it, and I tell it, good girl, keep going. Please don't break on me. I love you very much. I'm sorry I'm putting you through this. You only have to do this for a couple more weeks. I talk to it like it's, a friend helping me in a crisis, because that's exactly how I feel. Like it's a friend helping me in a crisis. So this weekend, I spent some time doing some computer work and stuff, but then I kind of just got to where I had to walk away from it, to be honest, because things also were jamming up on my computer, or my laptop. And so I did do a couple other fun things this weekend. I went to a flower farm in a place called Winters, California, and me and my best friend Laura, we went and we picked flowers at this flower farm. Okay, that sounds great, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound just so beautiful and like such a fun girl thing to do? Yes. Okay, well, we get there and the wind is blowing like 40 miles an hour. I am not joking. And we go into the place, which is absolutely gorgeous. There's like this little cottage, and it has dried flowers hanging from the ceiling, and it's all of the things. In fact, if you go to my Instagram, you can look at some of the pictures from this place. Okay, I posted them. So it has all the elements you would expect of just this very beautiful floral garden place. And it's stunning. I love it. And then we're given little clippers and a vase thingy to go out and start clipping flowers. So we go outside into this flower field that has like marigolds, zinnias, cone flowers, straw flowers. There's all kinds of different flowers. And we're supposed to cut the flowers and make our own bouquet. Y'all, let me tell you, we waited too long. We waited till way too late in the season to do this little festivity. First of all, it was $35 a person, which I could have bought this bouquet for like $10 on the side of the road somewhere. But I mean, obviously it's the experience, right? So we go and we laughed the entire time. Our flowers were getting blown over. Our hair we had, of course, dressed up and looking all cute. Our hair done and everything. And then our hair's getting blown all over the place. We're looking just like we rolled out of bed. We were laughing. And then the flowers had been super picked over, no pun intended, but they had. So there weren't that many flowers to cut that still looked decent. And the ones that did had been whipped so hard by the wind. A lot of them were like missing petals. It was a mess, y'all. So we finally got our flower arrangements finished, and we went in, and then the lady like bundles them all up and puts them in some pretty paper, and they look pretty. And so there is a picture over on my Instagram of my vase of flowers if you guys want to go see it. And my Instagram is linked in the description below, but if you don't not sure how to find that, go to Instagram and just search Wendy Cranford. I should come up. So anyway, yeah, we did that, and then in downtown Winters there was a harvest festival going on, and so we went downtown for that, and it was so cute. Like, there were tons of vendors set up, there were shops open. It was just super fun. I found a cute little handheld purse thing that like holds your phone, and then like your, it's for like traveling, or if you're going to a concert or somewhere that you don't want to have your big bulky purse, but you need like your basics. That's basically what this thing would hold. So we both got one. Actually, we got the same one, so we're twinning, which is hysterical. And then we both got a pair of earrings that were made with porcupine quills, and I did ask if they were humanely sourced, and the lady said yes, so I'm just gonna trust that that's the truth. Please. Oh, I hope. Anyways, so they're really cool earrings, so I really, really like them. And so we both got a pair of those, different types, but both got a pair. And then, yeah. Oh, look, the card is finished. Here I am yakking along, and we finished the card. So I just heat embossed in gold the sentiment and die cut it out, and that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need any of the products that you saw today, you can get those at that link in the description below the video. And I will talk to you again very soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.